Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I actually have to correct something I said in the previous video. I showed this book, and it didn't have a numbering on it. So I was like, what issue is this? I thought it was number 1, but it's actually number 2. I wanted just to correct that so people don't think I'm completely silly. But yeah, this is issue number 2. I'm trying to get the full run. So this is issue number 2. Still a cool book. It's not number 1, but it's number 2. The reason I know that that's number 2, even though it doesn't have on the cover, is I do, in this unboxing, have number 1. So this is number 1 of Hickory. So this is Hickory number 1 from 1949. And it's Harry Saul cover and art. So some of these Hickories have really great Good Girl art covers. Strangely, number 1 and number 2 don't. It was later issues that did. I actually have the Good Girl art covers in my collection already. So, but I'm a bit of a completionist, so I like to get the whole series if I can. This one's actually fairly good presenting, except for it looks like there's a bit of staining on the comic here. That could actually be cleaned. I don't know why they didn't clean that, because if it wasn't for that, it would actually present really, really well. So yeah, Hickory number 1 from 1949. So as you can notice, I'm showing this will be more slabs. And there's some pretty cool books in here, but there are some raw, so I'm going to go back into showing some raw books, and I'll show you what's inside here. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is actually a really interesting one. What happened was Alex, the comic book hoarder, had a claim sale, and he was doing it with 2 other channels. And I forgot the other guy's name. I'm trying to remember the guy's channel, because it was so long ago. This was actually like 4 or 5 months ago. I forgot who's the guy's name. But the claim sale was going kind of slow at the beginning, because I guess people were a little shy, didn't want to bid. And, you know, they were showing kind of cool books. And so I kind of wanted to help Alex out and get the, show on the road and put some bids in, or offers in, I should say. And I basically, bought a bunch of books from one of the vendors. And he was actually really nice to me. He didn't actually charge me for friends and family rate on PayPal. That sometimes you have to use that way, which is extra 3%. He said I could just pay it normally. And yeah, so it was just a bunch of cool books. So we got Marvel Marvel Now .1, and this is actually the first, I believe this is the first cover appearance of one of the characters. Let me see if I can find them. I'm not sure. I think it's like key like that. It's like a first cover appearance of like somebody. Like I think it's her. What's it? America Chavez, I think. That's her there. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. So Marvel .1 now, first cover appearance, I believe. And then we got the New Avengers, and I think this is the first appearance of, I want to say Karen Page, but one of those kind of characters that died. What's her name? Not Karen Page. I have no idea. I'm trying to remember. Sort of like one of these Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters. I'm trying to remember her name. I'm totally blanking on it. But this is her first appearance. Maybe Hill? I think it's Hill. So yeah. I'm trying to remember. I'll put it in the description what the first appearances are. Then we got Totally Awesome Hulk, number 15. I'm not sure if this is a key in any way, but just a cool comic regardless. We got Silk and Miss Marvel, and I forgot this guy's name. I forgot his name. And then we have Amadeus Cho as Incredible Hulk. I think this is the maybe first team appearance of these characters together. So yeah, Totally Awesome Hulk, number 15. And we got Invincible Iron Man, number 8, I believe, or number 9. Number 9. I knew it was one of those two. And this is actually the second print of this book, but there is a coolness by getting the second print. So the first print doesn't have Riri Williams on the cover. Well, the second print does. So this is actually the first cover appearance of Riri Williams, who's kind of an annoying character, actually. I didn't really like her in the movie, but it is still her first appearance, and this was a hot book at one time. It has since really dramatically gone down in value, but still cool to have a character's first appearance on the cover. So still like it regardless. Okay, and it looks like he threw in a nice little freebie. So he threw in this really nice Amazing Spider-Man, number 658. I'm not sure if this is a key appearance or anything, but it's just still a really cool comic. So that was that haul. And the prices were really, really affordable. Like they were like almost giving the books away. They were really, really, they're trying to make it interesting. Okay, so now we get into the slabs. So let's see what's this first slab. Okay. This one's really well wrapped, so I gotta do a lot of cutting. I didn't realize it was going to be this wrapped. Oh wow. Okay, so this was the auction that I won that I was super excited about. I'm not sure if I can show it though. We'll see. Hopefully they left it. When they showed it on eBay, they actually had to censor it a little bit. Very little, but it does have some nudity. But it is a cool book, regardless. Oh yeah, they didn't censor it. One sec here. Let's see. I'm going to do some MacGyver here. There's a bit of MacGyvering happening. Okay, so I'm going to use this other thing that's right next to me. And so stay tuned. There's some MacGyvering happening here. One sec here. Let's get some tape. We're gonna There we go. So MacGyver solution to this. My MacGyver, wait, my MacGyvering is failing here. One sec here. One sec. I gotta make sure that it's in the right spot when I do it. Okay, there. That one's right now. There we go. There we go. Family-friendly programming. Still managed to say family-friendly. Okay, so this is Harley Finn, no number, but it's an homage to Chamber of Chills number 19, which is my absolute favorite pre-code horror cover. If you watch even other parts of this unboxing, you'll notice I picked up a bunch of homages to Chamber of Chills 19 because I just really love that, classic horror cover. And this was a really great auction that I won. I won this for like $60, which I thought was a great price. Even though it is a 9.6, it is a lower grade, like for a modern book, It's all perspective, right? But these are limited to 25. There's only 25 of these, of naughty variants. And I just think it's a really great one. I just think it's really cute. So it says, manufactured with 9 of 25, printed on cover. Chamber of Chills 19 Naughty Edition. Box of Comics exclusive. And who did the cover? Marat Michaels cover. So just really cool white pages too. So just really cool, like Harley Quinn as if she was the girl from Chamber of Chills. Just a really great cover. Harley Finn. It's sort of like Harley-like. It's not Harley, you know, they really use her name very loosely. So yeah. So Tales of Parody and Horror. Or Parody and Fun. Okay, that's interesting. Parody and Fun. And I can show you the back too. Harley Finn. Okay, Box of Comics edition. And Counterpoint is the company that produces these Harley Finns. So yeah, so very fun. I was super excited to get that one. Okay, so that was that. And let's see what else is in here. Oh, okay. This one, I couldn't believe this one, actually. I got this so cheap, and I was like, really? Okay, so this one is little, maybe there's like a warehouse find of these or something, but this is a really cool comic. I love 3D comics. I think they're the funnest thing, and I've been trying to pick up all these ones from, I think it's from 1953, yeah. So there's a whole bunch of 3D comics that came out in 1953. It was like, just like weird craze that happened in 1953, where they produced all these amazing 3D comics. And one of them was Little Eva, I should say. And I saw this one, a graded comic, 7.5, off-white pages, not bad. St. John Publications, 1953. And it's manufactured with the 3D glasses. So it still has the 3D glasses inside, which makes it extra special. But this is also an infinity cover. So another of my little obsessions is to get infinity covers. Well, this satisfies both. It's a 3D comic and it's a cool infinity cover. And the price was so insane. So the price was listed at $75, which is really amazing for me. I think that's just incredible price because, you know, when you think about this, this is like 1953. It's a super high grade. It's like a 7.5. So it's like $10 a point. Like, that's so cheap. However, I didn't buy it instantly. And what happened was they put like a special on it. So it was not $75. It was actually $50. So I was like, wow, that's like the cost of the slab. Really great deal. I was super excited about this book. I was like, wow, that's so cool. I love these 3D and infinity covers. Okay, this next one, let's see. Next one is not in any wrapping, so that's pretty convenient. And it is a very cool book. A series I really enjoyed as a kid. I liked Inspector Gadget, but where Inspector Gadget got his, like, probably his origins or, like, inspiration was a series called Get Smart. And I like Get Smart. He always had his shoe phone. Like, I loved it. Even Men in Black really took a lot from Get Smart. Get Smart was kind of inspiration for a lot of really cool series. And I just think this is, you know, a really cute cover. This is Get Smart #1. And you got him saying, how mixed up can one spy get? And it's like his gun goes woof woof and his dog goes bang. It also has a nice little date stamp on it. 1966, January 12th, 1966. And this is, you know, really interesting because if you're into like some weird number system here, this is a really odd one because it's like a grade 6, okay, 6.0, but it's also Dell Publishing 666. So June 1966. So satanic book maybe? I don't know. I don't know. It's really odd. So yeah. So Don Adams photo cover based on NBC TV series. So Get Smart #1. first appearance of Get Smart. It's really cool. Thought that was a fun book. I think it's funny that it is got this 666 thing going on. Maybe maybe my demonic book here. But very cool. I was excited about that one. And let me just put that down. Okay, this next one is really interesting. So another series that I'm collecting is a Canadian comic series from Superior Comics, and it's called Strange Mysteries. And it's just like these kind of horror covers, comics, I should say. You know, really cool horror covers. A little bit of Good Girl going on there as well. You got this weird guy who's like almost like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, you know, one side is good, one side's like a demon. You got these skeletons in the background, like that are in bondage. So just a really cool cover, I thought. And I read the notes on it, and it says the following: 15 mystery stories of volume 40, number 1, from 1950, cover homage. So it's like, oh, this cover is an homage to an earlier book. So I figured, why not try to find the thing it's homaging? And I happened to get that as well. So this is what it's homaging. So again, you can see how it's very similar. So let's see if I can reflect it so you don't see the reflection there. Isn't that cool? So I found the comic that it's the pulp that is homaging. I think that's just makes it a really cool little set to pick these up. So, and it was actually a very affordable set. I got this one about $100, and this was like $30. So really nice little set. I just thought it was fun. I like when I can find the original comic that's being homaged. And so we got Amazing Detective Mysteries, volume 1, number 40, I think it is. Volume 40, number 1. Wow, geez, this must have been a long-running series, because if it's volume 40, that's pretty crazy. But very cool cover. So it's nice to have the set, and yeah, that's very cool. Slightly brittle pages on the slab, but it doesn't look like it has brittle pages at all. It looks very, very solid. I think it's just one corner might be chipped up here. Not sure if you can see that. That's it. Looks very solid, actually. The back isn't the greatest. Like the back has like a big tape thing along the side here. But other than that, it's quite nice. So I thought that was a good one. And okay, this is a cool one. And that's actually funny. I feel so dumb because this is so funny. So by the time that you watch this, I would have shown it. Maybe I'm not sure if I showed the interview by now or not. So it's like it'll be debatable whether you've seen the interview or not based on my scheduling of the videos. But I'll try to make sure that it actually airs before I show this video. I'll try and see if it happens. But I did an interview with one of the artists, Ken Whedon, at the Toronto Comic Con, or the Toronto Fan Expo it's called. And he showed a cover, and I was like looking at it and thinking, what is that homaging? And he's like, oh, you should know this. I'm like, and I couldn't really figure it out. I was like trying to figure out the homage, and I felt really dumb because, you know, he told me in the end that it is homaging this book that I'm about to show you. And I felt really dumb for not being able to know that, because I had already bought this book before I met him and interviewed him. So I should have known, because I just bought it like recently. It's Fantastic Four number 25. And I'll show the Ken Whedon one in an earlier video. If you watch my unboxing from the Toronto Comic Con, or the Toronto Fan Expo, I should say, you'll see I unboxed a really cool cover with the Thing and the Hulk, kind of being homaged, and it's like two girls and they're fighting, and one's wearing a bikini with sort of his pattern, and one's wearing one with the green. So it's a very subtle homage to this book. But this is Fantastic Four number 25, and it's the first real fight between the Hulk and the Thing. So it says, Thing and the Hulk, classic cover, Avengers appearance, second Silver Age appearance of Captain America. So a bunch of keys for this book. Just a classic cover as well, because it's Thing versus the Hulk. So just a cool one. From 1964. So yeah, really cool. I love Fantastic Four. I've been trying to get kind of a full run. I'm sort of gradually working towards that, it seems. Okay, and this one's a really nice cover. I love this one. This is pure cover by, I read the interiors for this one. I thought they were boring. I didn't really like the interior, but the covers were great. Another Canadian comic, actually. This is Brenda Starr, and another one from Superior Comics. Brenda Starr, volume 2, number 9. And this is from 1949. And I just thought the cover was so cool. I just really liked the cover. I like this good girl art. A lot of these Brenda Starrs had really great covers. Actually, I'm collecting Brenda Starr. Actually, I have a pretty good collection of Brenda Starr. But I like these ones where it's just like, you know, little people, and you know, she's attacking them with a pencil, and everybody's miniaturized basically. But just interesting. I thought this was such an interesting cover, and even this guy is like shooting at her and stuff. It's just a really interesting cover. I wish the stories inside were as interesting. I read them, not so good. A bit boring. Just like, you know, she's basically a reporter, and nothing seems to ever happen. No, I just didn't really find it interesting. But oh well. But this one does have restoration. I got it for a great price though, so I'm quite happy with it. So it's C1, which is amateur restoration, but very mild amount of restoration. It says slight. Restoration includes a small amount of color touch on the cover. Spine split sealed. Okay, so probably I can see, if you see down here, you can see that probably they put a little bit of glue or something to just make the spine stay together. And I'm not sure where the color touch is, but there's probably some color touch along the spine too. But I don't really care, to tell you the truth. I really don't care. I just like to get the book, and sometimes, you know, if I know that it's restored beforehand and I can get it for a reasonable price, I don't mind. I don't really care. You know, as long as it presents well and I like the cover, I'll go for it. Often what you'll find with restored books is they'll hold the price relative to whatever the unrestored copy will go for. So, you know, if it goes up, if the blue label version of the comic goes up 10%, well, this will probably go up 10% as well. So it's, you know, if you go into it open-eyed, where you know what you're buying, then, you know, it's fine. So it's when you get restoration and you didn't know about it, that's a problem. But I'm quite happy with this one because it does present really, really well. I really like this one. So quite happy to get this. I really like this cover. Okay, so that's Brenda Starr, Volume 2, Number 9 from 1949. And the last book, okay, it's not a major one, but it is kind of cool, is A Girl Walks Alone at Night. This book was really, really hot for a while, and you know, I kind of thought it sounded like it was kind of mentioned on Comic Tom a lot, and a lot of these spec channels were talking about this book all the time, and it was going, like, it was like really expensive, like $100 or $200. It was really expensive, and I was like, I don't really want to spend that much on a random spec. And they were saying, oh, it's going to be they're going to make a movie. They're going to make a movie or a series or something about this one because it's such a cool story. And they kind of sold me on the fact that it's kind of a cool story. I thought maybe it might be interesting. So nothing ever happened. They didn't make a movie. There was like, and when people stop talking about things, the price can really drop. Well, that's what happened. So I picked this up. I think it was like basically the cost of the slab, maybe a little bit more, not much, for a 9.8. Now they are actually going to be releasing a movie for this, so I actually timed it right. So this is a girl walks home alone at night. And it's like 9.8, which is always nice. I always like having high grades. Even though I buy low grades and buy restored books, I do like to have my 9.8s when I can. And this is from 2020. So just a really cool book. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the, you can see the back. That's it for this unboxing, for this part. Still got two more parts to this unboxing, and it's really just the big books. All the remaining slabs that I got. So stay tuned for those. That'll be pretty exciting. There'll be 2 more parts with a whole bunch of slabs, like just a whole bunch of slabs. If you enjoy my unboxings, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And do me a favor and vote for me on the CBCA Awards. I put the link in the description so you can check it out and vote for me, and I'll really appreciate it. I really want to win. Help me win. So thanks again. Bye for now.